Welcome to Workshops at Well Valley. Today I'm really excited and I'm going to do my best to keep it short, simple, and sweet. We are going to be unpacking a sales page for you, basically how to write an offer sales page for beginners, okay? And so that can sometimes feel overwhelming, like, okay, I just got this offer, I just got this package, like I'm wanting to deliver it, but I just don't know exactly what to say because I've been building so much that and preparing and creating and all of this, I just don't exactly know what to say on my sales page. And that's fine. I'm here to kind of give you this 101 breakdown, and I'm really excited about this. So be sure to like this video, hit subscribe if you want to join us every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live for about 20 to 30 minutes where we do a live workshop, okay? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some housekeeping things and how this works. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angelica Stanley, and helping you prepare for the power of your testimony by healing through your story and packaging your leadership method using digital products is my jam, okay? So you can follow me on Instagram at angelicastanley.co for more digital marketing type support, resale rights, that type of stuff, but mostly Digital Devotional PLR Hub is where I hang out most of my time over there, packaging the leadership, creating those products. But then for the homepreneur and podcasting, that's all at Well Valley, where we're looking at more self-publishing, creating the whole entire package. And so, yeah, there is that. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Angelica Stanley. There's a picture there of me where I had to get it together, got it together, and then guess what? I had to make time for doing things. And I'm telling you that right now, this is me making time for doing things because guess what? I am literally doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's at 7 p.m. in the evening, okay? So where are my night schoolers at? Who did night school or evening classes back in the day? And that's really what you had to do because you had to work, right? So maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a dad, maybe you're a career person, maybe you're already an entrepreneur, and you're like, I just don't know how to build what God is calling me to build because there is just so much going on that I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. I'm struggling with this type of stuff. And I just need help getting started, Angelica. I just need help getting started. Well, that's what I'm here for. Okay. That's what I'm here for when we're doing these workshops. It's really an opportunity for you to make the time, 30 minutes on the weekend, if you have to catch the replay or joining us on Thursday nights. Okay. So this month, what you can look forward to and what you can join us with is the month of September. We are focusing on daily life workshops that focus on your website, right? So there are different components in a website. And what I have done is I've broken down the different components of the website and made it so that you can keep it simple, but also if you learn these key parts or pieces to building a website, when you go in and actually start building the homepage, maybe you want an about page, your services page, or the work with me page, your contact page, your offer page, your shop page, all of these different parts on the website that you're wanting people to go to when you're on social media or on YouTube, you'll have the gist of that. So when it gets there, you're like, oh, okay, I get this. I know what this is. I know what that is. Okay. So a little bit for you to know that all of the workshops here they're free on YouTube. I do the videos. I do all of that kind of stuff. And then after the call, for those that have signed up for the starter pack, you get to work with me. Okay. So a little bit about what to expect on our YouTube channel as well as on our podcast. We're not only are we doing Niche to Nations, the podcast, but I'm doing workshops. But the Niche to Nations podcast is essentially where I focus on the Online Biz Growth Hub. And the Online Biz Growth Hub is tied to you creating your own leadership method, your own leadership coaching 101. Okay. So you might be saying, Angelica, I'm not even ready for a website. Like, I'm not even ready for none of that, right? Like, I know God is calling me to do certain things, but I need to start from at like ground 0.1, ground, like letter A, right? Well, I'm glad you're being honest and you're doing that, because Niche to Nations, the podcast, this week we're talking about healing and clarity through your story. So what we're doing and focusing, this is the freebie of the month, okay? And the freebie of the month is essentially you walking through getting that clarity, and getting that clarity by writing your story. Okay. So when you start writing your story, you begin the process of being able to do what God has called you to do, because you've gone through the healing process, and then you just package it. Okay. So the next process that I wanted to talk to you about, that I'm always really excited about, is inside of the daily life workshops, the starter pack. Inside of the starter pack for the daily life and biz, there is a section called priorities management system. This is where I teach you how to set up a system that serves you as an individual for your self-care, for the maintaining of things, the pouring into the vessel, all of that, as well as serving your home. If you're a homeschool parent, maybe you work, all of that kind of stuff. So doing all of that and having it to where it is not something where you have to carry this huge planner, but something that if you need to write the vision, you write it, but then you transpose it into something that helps you navigate. Okay. So if you struggle with organization and planning and you're like, I need something that just helps me keep it moving, I got you. Okay. Inside of the starter pack. So one of the things that I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about the starter pack as well as the Online Biz Growth Hub. At Niche to Nations, we focus on actually you identifying that compassionate message, okay? That compassionate message, the message that you lead from the outcomes of your overcomes. And this ties into your sales page and what is so important on your sales page, because these are the components. Last month we went through that, so catch all of those replays prior. You'll go through the offer funnel, you'll go through your ideal client, you'll go through all of that, right? There's free videos there, and there's also videos inside of the course, the mini course that I have for the starter pack. But it's to unpack, once you do your story, you unpack that ideal client. And the compassion comes from you're speaking to that one that is very similar to you, and how Jesus left the 99 for you, he can do it for them. And we serve a God who does exceedingly and abundantly. So if he completely transformed your life, I believe that he is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more for those that you are called to serve. Okay. I believe that that's why God gives us a hand up, not a hand out, right? You can you can give a man a fish, but if you teach a man to fish, he's going to feed his entire family, right? And he's probably going to make a business out of it, okay, nowadays. Let's just be honest, okay? So these things cover how to walk you through your message of healing and your story, and then how to identify your ideal client. And then the sales portion, okay? Everybody wants a 10-figure thing. Everybody wants all of this. Let's build you a 1K sales funnel blueprint, a step-by-step guide on how to take your message, how to take and give it to your ideal client, and then start serving your ideal client with low ticket offers like digital products, a mini course, something that will meet your client where they are at, so you can start getting to your first 1K a month, first 1K every 2 weeks, 1K every week, and then eventually 1K a day. Come on, somebody. We got to fund certain things, right? God gave you these brilliant strategies and ideas for a reason. And so all of this is geared toward the stewardship of you doing that. So with that being said, I'm excited to say that this month we are focusing on build your startup website. So the startup of your website, this is theoretically speaking to the person who already knows their offer, already has created the stuff. They know where they're going. They have their, business foundations set up and all of that. We talk all about that inside of the Online Biz Growth Hub, as well as the starter pack. And so what this is doing is we are getting you ready to start marketing on social media. Okay. If you don't have a website that is capturing leads, positioning you as a leader, talking about what you do, how you do, your mission, your service, and it really is about like who you are serving and the transformation you provide, you're going to be throwing spaghetti at the wall when you're doing social media. This is the reason why I always encourage my clients to work on their story and their inner healing, looking at what their offers could be for their ideal client, and then creating a website, because your website can update and change. Mine does all the time, right? Because as I grow, my ideal client grows and they start growing. So everything has to update, right? It evolves, it grows. And so we don't want them to stay stagnant. So our website shouldn't be stagnant. So the person should be coming to and all the time, right? So we're growing with it, right? We're growing with them. And so building your website is another way of you practicing what works, what doesn't work. And then you can take that message and that compassionate message from our compassion method and take it in and start making your social media copy. Okay. So if you are interested so far and you're like, dang, you have everything that I need to just get started, I need to get in there. If you are an author, a speaker, a mentor, a coach, and you need help with daily operations, you want help with organization and business and at home and the healing process, you want to build the foundations of your business, and you want to package your services, making website, because that's what I'm about to talk to you today, sales page, hello, where we make sales, then this is for you. Okay. So in that, I want to go ahead and exit out of my presentation screen, and I am going to pull up a blueprint. Okay. This is just a document. It's a Canva document that I have transposed and updated and just really worked on to help you really just understand the anatomy of a sales page. Now, when I come over here, this is my actual website. Okay. This is my actual website for Well Valley. Okay. And so if you go into the link in my bio, it's going to take you to a social media page, right? And it just gives you basic, it's, just like quick links, right? But this is my actual website, and this is the back operations. I use Google Sites. I know a lot of people think that's crazy that I use it, but if it ain't broke, don't fix. It's easy, especially people that are just starting out and you're on a budget and you're trying to, you're a homepreneur, right? You might be on one income. You might be on a fixed income. You might, all of that. You can start a website on a Gmail address, okay? So we do things at Well Valley that aren't cheap, but cost effective, because the goal is for you to scale to 1K. And once you maintain that 1K a month, yes, that's bringing in income, but the factor in is you're bringing in that money to help with the overhead costs. Okay. So running a website like this and having a branded domain and doing all of that runs on Google Workspace, runs roughly between 15 and 20 bucks a month. Okay. You can book coaching calls on it. You can get started for 20 bucks a month. Okay. And so that's the concept. And so as you can see, there is a certain layout of how I do my sales page. Every page on here is a sale. Okay. I just want you to know that every page that you're creating, whether it's your home page, whether it's the YouTube page, the free coaching page, service page, your podcast, everything is a sales page. You're either doing an immediate sale, you're either doing a freebie, which will then eventually lead to a sale. All of it is conversion. Sales are just conversions, right? That's all it is. And so they have a problem and you have a solution. And so on here, what we look at through the compassionate marketing method is once you've gone through your story, you then have outlined where you believe the Lord is positioning you to serve. Okay. So maybe it's in health and fitness. Maybe it's in mental health. Maybe it's in homepreneurship. Maybe it's in schooling. Maybe it's in communications with your teens. There are so many different things that are out there where the Lord will want to position you. And this is why we call it niche to nations, because you're niching down so that you can serve the one and allowing God to take you to the nations and to bring the more. Okay. And so when you look at this section right here, you have your opening hero section, your opening section. And what this looks like is it's time you started to heal while building. Okay. So the message that I'm conveying is you can start to heal while building. Okay. I think of Nehemiah on the wall. He was warring and he was building. Okay. And so heal and build out the plans God has for you in peace and not chaos, while preparing to launch from the outcomes of your overcomes in just 10 hours a week. Well, you might say, that's great, Angelica, but what is that? Well, you have a heading and you have a subheading. The purpose of the opening hero section is to hook your ideal person by speaking to their immediate problem and providing clarity around the solution that you offer. So I know that my ideal client has not started doing what God has called them to do because they struggle with the thought of it's got to be perfect. Well, if you're a new creature in Christ and you've asked God to live inside of you, Holy Spirit to live in you and dwell in you, and you're working on things, you are striving toward perfection in Christ. So it's a constant development. It's not something that happens overnight. In fact, in the spirit, because you've accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you run and you operate in a heart of repentance, then guess what? Every day is a new day for you to get closer to perfection, because ultimate perfection is Jesus Christ. Okay. So I know that my person has this mindset of them not wanting to get or not wanting to start because they feel like they can't do it. But guess what? I'm giving them the option of they can start doing this in peace and not chaos and prepare from the outcomes of their overcome. And I give them a deadline. I say like 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week. Okay. And in doing that, that's a goal. So why am I sharing this? When you're showcasing your signature offer, we want to first capture the attention of your ideal person by highlighting their problem, then immediately relating to the solution, your signature offer to that problem. Like many sections throughout our website, this is about providing clarity. Okay. You're basically taking them through an entire clarification of what it is and how you provide that solution for them. Okay. So you have to answer this question. Who is this for? Okay. We have to answer these questions. Who is this for? What is it? And how will it help me? Okay. And then we put a button there. It's the first step to the call to action. There's always a button. So you can see here, there's not a button here, but the call to action that I'm bringing them to is I want them to get my freebie. I want you to get ready for publishing, because whether you're going to self-publish in a tangible book or whether you're going to self-publish on a digital product or whether you're going to self-publish, maybe you don't let it out. Maybe it's just packaged into a program. Right? So there are different ways of doing this and seeing how this works. Now, here is an option for this. You can always open with a video, introduce, like they kind of like, hey, welcome. I'm so excited for you to be here to join me inside of Prep to Publish. We start on September 10th and we're going to walk through your journey. We're going to package your signature offer and you're going to be ready to hit publish so that you can have your positioning piece when you go out there on social media and you start becoming the very person and being who God has called you to be as a leader so that you can make an impact and change lives. Okay. So you could create a video like that, post that there, and then you're going to paint the picture section. You're going to talk to them about the problems, the current situation. So on here, Building sustainable enterprises one mission at a time. Providing a hand up with faith-based daily life coaching and case management support for developing entrepreneurs looking for clarity, confidence, and consistency as they write the vision, heal from trauma, and create a healthier lifestyle so that they can launch and faithfully fulfill and steward the dream business that God has given them. Okay. And so I'm talking about starting your own business can be challenging. Starting your own biz from the ground up and running social selling endeavor has a lot to do with time and constant restraint. So I'm starting to paint the picture for them, but I'm saying that your story begins here. You can homeschool, do digital products, one-on-one coaching, self-publishing, testimony. This is where I serve. These are the areas, right? And so when you're thinking about writing your sales page, you're writing your sales page based on, that your person is looking for someone to solve the problem. Okay. They want someone to solve the problem for them or show them exactly how to do that. Okay. And so then you have your solution section, which then establishes hope and the aha, right? The revelation, the realization by sharing the solution that they've been missing. Okay, what is true, the underlying reason for this person not reaching their desired point? The reason they're not doing what God has called them to do is because they're lacking leadership. They're lacking stewardship. Now, this is a homepage, so the breakdown is a little bit different than the sales page, but I wanted to show you so that you can get an idea that they're struggling with certain things. How do we make it, or how do we get it so that they understand that this particular area of their life and how they are doing this is in the section of your website? Okay. So then once you go here, from your framework, and you're pulling the language from your framework, from your offer, you will then go into the introduction section where you introduce your signature offer. This is standard 101 type stuff. Okay. Then you're going to show social proof, and then you're going to show the benefits section. Okay. And then you're going to show the featured section of what's important or what's in here. You can showcase details of like features, components of your offer, like the added stuff to it. But then you then have the pricing section, and then you have the social proof again, which establishes more trust and providing more authority. So you can have testimonies, screenshots, all of that stuff. You might even talk how you have a group, or how you are a self-published author, or you created this digital product and how many people are getting support from that. And then you have the guarantee section. A lot of people want a guarantee section. Okay. So if you're selling a program like a course that comes with a guarantee, you'll include that there. Now, I serve certain courses, or I sell courses that don't come with a refund or anything like that because they're digital products. So you could literally log in and the nature of the course and download all of the content and then not pay and then get it done. Okay, because all of them are packaged in digital products, and majority of the digital products have the video that I put in the course. So what I did was I created the digital product, put all the videos in there, and then I uploaded it into a course, because that's just what you do. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a strategy and a way that you want to do things. And so you have to be able to communicate those certain legalities on your page. Then there's the urgency section. You want them to know, and you want to illustrate to your ideal person to take the first step. You want them to dive in. And usually that is covered or underneath or before the frequently asked questions. Answer those questions you know that your people are going to ask. Okay. You can even this is how I do it. I ask questions to somebody that I built a relationship with that's gone through my program, whether it was free or paid. And I ask them, why didn't you sign up? What were some questions that you had? And I just save those and I update them to my page. That's it. Okay. And so then you have another button. So then on this, and you get all of this inside of a starter pack, I have questions for you, like title of your offer, ready to finally achieve desired future reality timeframe. Like there's copy on here that you can literally plug and play for every section and do it so that when it's time for you to get inside and do the work, you just copy and paste on your website. Okay. So if this has blessed you and this is something that you're like, dang, Angelica, I really needed this. I didn't realize how far I was, or like maybe you have like a starting point, like, dang, okay, I could do this now. So I know that I can get my offer done, write my story. Okay. Go and get your freebie. If you're brand new and you're like, Angelica, I need to get started. I want you to start with the Write Your Story checklist. Just go to the freebie, go get it, get started. It's it's like a snippet of getting started in all of the programs, whether you're with me inside of a starter pack for 20 bucks a month, or whether you're with me inside of the Online Biz Growth Hub for $7 a month. It doesn't matter. You start with the Write Your Story checklist because we want you to get it together and we want you to prepare. And so we look at different stages of, okay, behind the scenes and when you're live on social media and you're actually running in business, right? The integral portions of your business. Because I will tell you this, whatever is not taken care of behind the scenes in your business, it will seep into your business. So if you don't take care of business in the house, it's going to seep into your business. And God is not going to allow any mess to spew onto his people. Okay. We're looking for authentic leaders in this season, right? So if you're struggling, you're struggling, but you serve in a place where you've overcome, and then you work on your struggles behind the scenes so that people can understand that, you know, you're actively in your growth as well. And, you know, actively in discipleship with Jesus Christ. Okay. And so going through this process, if you are an author, a speaker, a coach, mentor, all of that, and you're like, Angelica, I believe the Lord is calling me to self-publish. I want to invite you to join me inside of our signature course, which is Prep to Publish. This is where we take you through the writing of your story, the creating the offer, and then writing your signature, creating your signature book. Okay. And or digital product or whatever that may be. And it's usually about 5 to 7 chapters. It's a snippet of everything. It's basically an overview of all that, but it's your positioning piece, right? It's your positioning piece. I wrote a book. Let me pull it out right here. And I'm actually having the updates being finalized as we speak. But I wrote a book called, I don't know if you can see it with this thing, but it's called The Significance in the Pit. And I wrote this book in one of the deepest, darkest depressions of my life, self-published it. It was in a Google document. I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, if you look at this, there was errors, typos, all of that kind of stuff. But I was being obedient to what God called me to do in the circumstances that I was in. And from that, I was able to create coaching offers. I was able to create tools and resources. I was able to connect and reach other people and really just give all glory and honor to God, because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today if it wasn't for the first step in obedience and allowing God to use my testimony. Okay. And to be able to just help people do and become and walk into what God has called them to do. So I love you. God bless you. If you're interested in any of this, if you would like to join us and jump on. So the way this works is right now we will jump on a Zoom session, and the Zoom session is going to be where we actually work through this and make a plan with those that are inside of the Online Biz Growth Hub, or excuse me, that are inside of the starter pack, the Daily Life and Biz starter pack. And so we will be deep diving into all of this, and for 30 minutes where you can ask Q&A. So you'll watch the live video, and then we'll go in for 30 minutes and you'll have Q&A just like a course or a night class. And then you'll have all week to work on your stuff. Plus you get private chat access to me with your $20 a month investment. And you get all of the freebies, the templates, all of that kind of stuff. And usually, depending on how many people are in the course, you might even have a one-on-one spot where I pretty much in the past, like it was off season, right? And somebody jumped in and we basically built their website on 30 minutes because they had everything set up. So I was able to tech all their stuff and set it up for them. So there's a lot of perks on that, you know. Anyways, I love you. God bless you. And I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.